Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new play-by-play video. We are playing some Morrigan solo. This is actually not my first Morrigan solo recording I've done in the last couple of days. I recorded another Morrigan solo video literally last night, and it went fantastically. We went like 9-0 or something, 7-0, something like that. Won in 20 minutes. It was against one of the top ranked teams, and it was a really good recording. And I looked back at it, and I don't know. The thing was screen tearing a lot. There were a lot of just jagged frame drops happening all the time in the recording. If anybody has any idea why that might be the case, I lowered my bitrate a little bit on my Streamlabs to try to compensate for that, and I had a bit of that issue in the raw video. If you guys watched that, there were moments that some people in the comments had illustrated that was happening. So I've tried everything on my end to fix that, but if there's still issues, I'll be honest, I don't really know what to do. So if you have any suggestions, ideas, thoughts, please let me know. By the time this video is being posted, this will probably be coming out on Friday, January 17th, nighttime, meaning we have been beginning our Vegas streams. The next Vegas stream will, I believe, start 2 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday, so make sure to check that out. And if you are watching in the intermission from the Vegas stream on Friday, or you did check it out, thank you for stopping by. It was a great time. And yeah, we're gonna try to get some wins here in ranked and keep it moving. You know, kind of a re-record, but it's no trouble. We're against a Mordred with the aspect, of course. This is a character, obviously, that's going to be picked a lot in the solo lane. Very, very strong, high pressure, great fight. But Morrigan has a unique opportunity, I think, to do decently well into him. So one thing that we're going to have to really kind of master in a lane like this is spacing. So notice Mordred just kind of hit me, and yeah, it didn't feel great, but he didn't hit any of the waves, so we're going to be able to significantly outclear him, and that's going to be a large part of it. If he's going to be hitting us, we want to make sure we are significantly outclearing, and ideally we don't want him to be hitting us at all. Assuming we do that, we can kind of just consistently poke him out, just like this, and play very safe. He'll go to his blue buff because he knows that the pressure of this lane is completely gone in the early game, and we're just going to actually play for a little pretty non-committal invade here. He's got Sunder. We don't, obviously. You're not going to go Sunder on a character like Mori. Just not really the best thing to do. Because we're going to be building basically full damage, if not completely full damage, and, you know, he's building defense. That's why he can go something like Sunder. So Blink, I would say, is generally always what I recommend. If you really want to go Aegis or Beads, I guess you could, but I've found that Blink is just very good. Mordred could play in a bush. Was for a second, but he got away. We lost a little bit of lane pressure right there just for doing the camp, but invading some farm from him is never a bad thing, and we'll be able to get our blue buff eventually, so I'm not super worried about that. I can kind of posture over now and at least do the smalls. My Thin is near, so if Mordred tried to invade here, which would be really brave, we'll say, it probably just wouldn't be a good play. There's way too much invade pressure that's looming, or gank pressure from the Thanatos, and it allows us to secure a blue for free. And when you look at it, he's gotten a wave, we've gotten waves, that's all been even, but he soloed his blue buff, I got his backs and my own backs. So I end up ahead is the point I'm making. Not to mention the gold lead we've gotten from just pushing waves in. So it's a pretty good spot that we've found ourselves in. I'm going to kind of just do this totem here really quickly, and we can just burst that down really quick. And going to our backs is probably the move now. I don't really want to play, and here we go with that freaking frame drop again. There we go. Hopefully it just fixed really quickly. Yeah, I don't know. It's more of an issue when I play this character. I know this god is just inherently kind of awkward, but I didn't have this as much in the Mori videos I was doing before, so I really don't know. I think they might have effed something up on the optimization of this game with these bug patches and stuff, but who knows. Either way, we've gotten clear advantage here, so we're level 5, and I don't really want to play for invades too much in this lane, unless I really poke him out. I can definitely play for a solo kill, though, fairly easily, just because I do have so much damage. I'm going to go for a stun here, go for a 2. Didn't miss the 2, unfortunately. But with a auto, scythe, auto, and an ult, it's a really simple kill. I had to lock in there for a second because I kind of missed my 2, but yeah, you just want to kind of swoop in on him. Thanatos is a great transform. Really, anything with Blink is a great transform, because whenever you switch to a character, obviously, you're going to be able to get that relic to use right away, and Blink is probably your most valuable relic that you can get. So anytime there's a blink angle, probably want to go for it. I think also going, also here, what am I building? Just get a health chalice here, why not? I think also going into like a frontliner is generally your way to go. Obviously, I turned into Thanatos because we're in the 1v1, but I recommend when you're playing the Morrigan, whether it's solo or mid or jungle, whatever it might be, always have your default transform be a tankier target. The idea is that like a lot of the time you're Mori ulting, you're going to be in a pinch. So having blink is really nice, right? Because you transform to someone, they have blink, and you just bounce. But also, if you're playing, Morrigan, let's say I transform into... Now this is a good play by him, but I should be okay. I'm going to take some damage here. I do have blink if I need it. Yeah, I do have to blink, and I took a lot there. That was a good play by him. I think I might be dead here. He is dead for it. Okay, we're not dead. He had one more auto he needed there, but he didn't have it. Worked out okay. I didn't play that great. I thought I could juke out the ult, and I was just like not prepared to juke out the ult, so it almost went a little bit bad. Either way there, we would trade having pushed some of the wave. It wouldn't have been the worst trade, but it wouldn't have been great. Obviously, you want to not die there if you can. So best play there is to just start running, try not to juke, and then blink the ult if it gets close. Obviously, we might still get hit, but at that point, we're closer to our tower, and I'm not worried. When I blinked there, I traveled a lot with his 3 on me, which is that bleeding effect, so I took a lot of extra damage. Which obviously you don't want to have happen for pretty standard reasons, right? We've got a big lead we're building as a team so far, so this game's going quite good. I'm just gonna kind of farm. Again, no real reason to like push invades. We've managed to just deny a lot of farm, force them into fighting, and capitalize just on good trades. So that's kind of where we want to be at, right? Morrigan's a character, excuse me, that you feel really happy with getting to level 20 and being in the late game position. She's going to scale as well as just about every character in the game. I think for this Vegas tournament, I'm obviously recording this like right before. I'm recording this at like noon, and the thing starts at 2 o'clock today on Friday. But I believe that this character is going to see super high contention, especially among the European teams, which just tend to like her more and play her more. Maybe not in solo, but definitely in mid, because her value is just so high. You always are happy going into late games with this character. The just insta potential to just win games is always there. So the point I'm making is that you don't need to play to invade backs. If you can build a substantial lead, or even if you're just even in a lane because you didn't manage to get the drop off and kills early on, don't really worry about it. You should be strong. It's kind of like, imagine you're playing Kali or Amaterasu or something like that. You're not really like, man, I need to build a lead. It'd be nice to, but you'll probably be okay either way. And we just Scythe combo him, and it's just a super simple kill. I had blink there in case he ulted on my transform, right? And then I just blink if he ults, and I insta-ult up. We probably reach him, even if we don't. We're forcing him out there because he's like one shot. And yes, like my ult is worse if I trade ult for ult because his cooldown is lower. But forcing him out means he's losing like a whole wave plus, potentially more. I'm just going to do this little chest camp here. We have our TP up in 24 seconds, so I can easily just stay for that by farming a little bit longer. And look, you don't need to stay until your TP spawn comes up. I have the wave push there. I can just reset. But I have farm I can do, and I want to get to my next item, which is going to be Chronos Pendant. Could also be things like Polynomicon and stuff. The order I don't think is extremely important, as long as you just go the items that sort of just like mirrors like what you plan on doing. If you think your transform is most of your kill potential, I recommend going Chronos Pendant right away. If not, you want to go something like Poly, because you think you could just kill with your base kit easier. It's fine. I mean, either way, it's an aggressive item, so I don't think it matters much. I found that Chronos Pendant is probably a little bit more versatile in the early game, but they're both, in my opinion, fairly core items to be going in this role. If we wanted to go like a breastplate or something, if there were quad fizz, feel free to do that as well. Sorry, I keep saying You notice you say something and you just do it forever. Maybe I do it in every video. This is my first game on. I didn't wake up that long ago, so maybe that's where it is. I apologize for that. We're going to look for these rocks. These spawn every 30 seconds and give you 2 strength and intelligence per. So getting to them is very valuable if you can. You don't want to necessarily disrupt your farm path, but if you think about it, you get like 5 rocks. That's 10 intelligence, 10 strength. That's probably 400 or 500 gold of stats in items. So getting these rocks consistently can be a very strong play. We're noticing Mordred's rotating, right? Now Mordred is hyper behind. This is a desperation rotation. You see a lot of people do this just to find a way to get back into the game. Now he very well may get kills, and if so, you know, we kind of walked into that, I'm not gonna lie. But if I'm beaten on the rotation, which in that case I just was, unfortunately, our best thing to do is to just shove the wave and deny farm. Now, we didn't get to get back camped invades there, but just shoving the wave means that he's losing something rather than losing nothing. If we don't shove, he's going to come back and really lose next to nothing, and that'd be quite bad. Mordred is still committing to this rotation, so we're going to go for the blue buff. He's missing another wave. They might get a Gold Fury here. Again, we were beaten on the rotation. If you're beaten out, don't worry about trying to match it. It sucks. It feels bad. Some people might BM you, but I promise you, if the fight is over, don't try to make a hero play and get yourself killed and fall behind or anything like that. We still have a gigantic lead over here in solo. We're going to be able to get back, so we push another second wave in. A third wave is now getting pushed in. Yes, Morrigan got a lot of value there. Some of that is like we see him coming in mid and we go in. That's not a good idea, right? Because if our mid play doesn't, you know, just go in, the lead that we're getting on the map is significantly stronger because Morrigan is wasting his time and getting nothing. That being said, it's ranked, and the worst players you get, not that these guys are bad, we actually have quite a good team and they're playing quite well, but I think it goes to show that when you have like some Masters players and stuff on your team and they still make those mistakes, and when you have worse players on your team, they're going to make those mistakes extra hard. So really don't worry. If you're in lower level lobbies, you'll definitely get flamed for them. They'll probably end for it. As long as you have good fundamentals, you're practicing right, you're playing right, I think that's all you should worry about. Don't worry about your win rate, seriously. I mean, you'll win more games than you lose, and that's really all that matters as long as you kind of play solid. So nobody wins every game. You know, nothing to be concerned about, in my opinion. So we're just going to call enemy missing again. We shove out right wave. I want to play for Pyro / next gold. I wanted to play for those, honestly. Again, we had gotten beaten out because he did a really early jank rotation and ended up spiraling to some kill pressure. I want to go gem a focus on this character. Super important to get you more mobility and movement speed. Soul Gem is not a bad pickup either. Obviously, Polynomicon is super core, so those are all things you want to get. But if we have to just sit in lane for a little bit and pick up rocks and stuff like that and just kind of keep scaling, again, we are like super happy with that. So it's no troubles. Again, I think Mordred's probably just coming over. We're shoving in another wave. I rotated away because I didn't know what was happening over there. Okay, he is right, so he's top right on backs. We do have the drop on this rotation, so this should be good. Again, hopefully they don't just like end before I get there. It looks a little like that's happening. Agni, though, did just dash, so we're going to look for him. Going to blink on this. Auto 2. Go up in the air. Good job. Look for this guy. The scythe was way off. We just ping that. I'm going to go invis here. Again, we know the fight's good. Stun him, and he is cooked. I don't know why he pathed back that way. I don't think he realized that we were just like looking for him. What's so great about this character is you are freaking fast. A lot of people ask me, aspect, no aspect. Me personally, I love the invis just dynamic that this character brings, and I really favor it. I'm well aware, though, that the aspect is super strong and evasive. Personally, it does not tailor to my playstyle at all. That might be just because I don't have the reps on it. I played it once and I just didn't like it. So that's not good enough to give like a really valid discussion or argument. It is like 1000% a very strong aspect, and it's totally something you can go and give it a shot, try it out. You might really enjoy it, whether that's mid, solo, ADC, jungle, whatever the role you might be playing her. But me personally, it just didn't really do it for me. I do also think it's going to get nerfed, to be fair, because a lot of people are complaining about it. So it kind of benefits me that I'm not really using it. Regardless, though, I don't know. Use that at your own discretion. They do different things. They give different advantages and disadvantages. For my own personal playstyle, I didn't love it. But I don't think that means it's bad. I think it's something that realistically I should just practice, get more reps in, and then play. I didn't do that. Yet. I will. It's been the first week of ranked. I've been trying to stick to my guns, stick to what I'm comfy with so I can win the most. So that's my philosophy. That's my approach. Doesn't mean it's something I won't ever try. Just something I haven't tried up until this point and had much success with personally. Then again, I've seen other people use it, do very well with it. So by all means, feel free to give it a shot. And let me know how you feel about it, what you think. We're going to pressure these backs here a little bit. We just go for a kind of 2 steal. Steal 1. That's plenty enough for me. Again, I'm looking there like we gain only. We can't lose at that point. So, well, I guess we can if we get ulted. That was a really good play, actually. He faked it out. If we ended up getting a ultimate on us, he's in a lot of trouble because we just immune it. But what I should have done there is just held my ult. That was really silly. Very smart by him. I thought for some reason he was much closer. It's kind of hard to tell with the sound cue sometimes. But we are down in ultimate, so it's a little rough. I'm actually just going to sack this wave because I do want to rotate. Thor just kind of hammered in front of us as well. Missed the poly auto, which is going to mean a dropped kill, unfortunately. Maybe not. Tick kills him. He's doomed. Alright, I lied. Well, that's pretty convenient. We'll look for a 2 on this guy. 2 auto does kill. Ooh. Right there, it was like there was 2 targets. You kind of wanted to hit both of them, and then you ended up hitting neither. Ooh, a little bit off. I mean, she's dead. It doesn't really matter. It just looks a little embarrassing. Yeah, no worries. Agni gets a bomb on us. We're totally fine. And this looks like a very easy Gold Fury angle. Yeah, a little bit grim gameplay sometimes in these team fights. Anyways, wave gets pushed on right on into us. That's no big deal. I'm going to kind of hover mid. If I can get this guy, I will. Just out of range. Can't hit him with the stun. I have to be careful by pushing up too far because I could always get wrapped on by this Thor ult or even a Morrigan rotation. It didn't end up happening. So we kind of maybe stood around mid lane a little bit too long. Morrigan gets a bit of extra free farm. But I think what's so great about perfecting your early game, not dying, getting some quick rotations when you can, and some cleanup kills is that, yes, okay, we have some, farm we're losing, but the space that we've been able to create in terms of separation with the lead is so much that I can give up a wave or 2 here and there, and I really don't care. Again, we're not on a timer with this character. We're totally happy 45 minutes in the game as we are 15 minutes in the game. So I'm totally okay with saying, hey, like, let's just scale it out. Worst comes to worst. Obviously, elephant in the room, my team's doing well. Like, we are winning this game in other roles as well. That definitely helps give some space, lets you be a little bit looser in your rotations. But the Smite's a team game. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that. You have some games I've posted where we just lose despite me playing very good, and some games we win with me playing okay. That's just sort of the reality of things. So you try to just control your output. I've played a very good game this game. Obviously, I'm being significantly helped by teammates playing well, but it doesn't happen all the time like that. So keep your fundamentals good, and if you can control your output, that's really the only thing you can hope for, right? We've got Gem of Focus here. At this point, we've got a decent amount of cooldown, 40. I want to get a little bit more, generally speaking, so I like going the World Stone. If you want to go Soul Gem for sustain, it's good. We're going to TP mid here because we see a fight going on. Holding the TP can sometimes be really valuable, as I hope you just saw. And we're using some abilities for Gem of Focus. Dash on him. Auto is not going to be good. But this fight is definitely looking alright. Yeah, I didn't do anything there, but I would have done something if they weren't owning, right? That's the point. We try to make the rotation. I'm going to cover, look for these camps here. We can also kind of hunt, because a lot of the times the junglers or somebody is just going to like poke their head a little bit too far trying to hold. And you want to show face. That's kind of the thing, because we can just push him mid tier 2. And I think that's just what we're going to do. I noticed somebody was left, I think, right there. Yeah, but this is just absolutely gone. We're going to tag him right there. I'm taking the tower so my lure doesn't get absolutely bopped. We're going to go invis and just play for a stun. I want to run a little bit away, because if I stand on top of the guy, it's not going to be great, right? We're going to go in the air. I tried to immune the Thor. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay, we got him. I wanted to immune the Thor wall with my ultimate, but I didn't get it off in time. A rough Thanatos game. The gameplay. If people want to see a Thanatos solo video, I 1000% will. But that does not motivate me, does it? We got to be a little bit careful here. Let's just like space a bit, flank around. Morrigan is out of the fight. Agni is a good target. We're going to blink big auto, and that detonates to kill him. Now Afro is the target. Again, it's a little sad we don't kill Morrigan, but we did the safest play possible. Realistically, I probably could have brute forced it and just ran past them and tanked their kits. I am level 20, but I'm not trying to do stupid stuff just because we have a lead. Like, that's just silly. I think you play a disciplined game, you're going to win all the time. When you start kind of getting a little too loose with the lead, that's when you start throwing, or that's just when you start doing bad habits that persists. So if someone's out of the fight, we call it like TKO, they're like basically just dead. You probably don't want to be chasing. I've tended to find when I did coaching and playing this game, doing competitive, all that stuff, whenever you're chasing people, unless you really don't have anything better to do or the value there is extremely high, like it's super late game and the cooldowns are so long, it's almost always a bad thing. So try to keep that as a thing. People also wanted to know like general things to help improve in Smite, aside from solo, aside from even conquest, just like Smite tips. So I'm going to be releasing a Smite tips video. I think general knowledge is a little bit difficult to apply to a MOBA because it's a dynamic game. Things are going to shift, things are going to change with balance, with the map. I mean, you're always responding and doing different things. Like right here, my team's on gold, so I'm playing safe solo side because if they do wrap on me, it's bad. Now, they also can do a desperation fire call. So I want to like make sure I'm kind of covering that, but I don't want to die for it. So that's a whole like thing that happened literally just from standing still for a second. Now we're getting collapsed on, so that's also a play that can happen. Oh, I transform into the wrong guy. That's not good. Yeah, I messed up there. Alright. So here's let me explain this, because I thought this was a bug, but that's not a bug. I thought that was a bug. It's happened to me before when I was streaming, and I got an answer for what's happening. I have really, really high mouse sensitivity, and when you're playing a character and you transform, and you intend to blink, you flick a lot, right? So let's think about this. I'm playing Thanatos, or I'm transforming into Thanatos, and the first call of action is to insta-blink up. So what are you going to do with your mouse? You're going to insta-flick it up. I flicked it up too early, so I turned right into Mordred, and it's absolutely doomed. So, word of caution, be careful about that. I really hope they introduce, this was not in Smite 1, but I really hope they introduce in Smite 2 a lock mechanic where you can semi-lock Morrigan ult to a transform to avoid things like that, but that is quite frankly just a doing things too fast if, and I absolutely screwed myself. We turn into Thanatos there, we insta-blink out, go up in the air if we need to, or return some damage, go up in the air, get an execute, get out. Either way, 3 for 1 in terms of a rotation, and us not dying means that, you know, they're skewed right side, they get nothing out of it, and we get a free Fire Giant and win the fight eventually. We ended up getting Fire Giant and stuff anyways, despite me dying. I guess I did stall for a decent amount of time, but yeah, Mordred's a bad transformation because I don't have the energy for my ultimate when I spawn into it, so yeah, kind of a disaster. Did they just leave this? They did. That's crazy. Alright, I'll take it, I guess. I definitely don't want to leave that hanging. Anyone can pick that up. So, good for us, I guess. But yeah, that's what happened. So I gotta be a little bit more careful about it. That's just doing things too fast, and high sense kind of cooks you sometimes. It's gotten me killed like almost every other game I've played this character once. And it's really annoying. So, it's just on me. But yeah. All good, it happens. But yeah, like I said, I'll have a general Smite tips video. Like I said, a lot of the things, guys, it's just from a lot of reps playing this game competitively, quite frankly, thousands of hours and stuff. You're not going to get things like map sense and stuff from a general tips video. No person who says 10 tips to hit diamond instantly, all that stuff is bullshit. It doesn't matter if you hit diamond with a cheese strat. It matters if you're good enough to be in the rank, right? So I'll try to release a thing, though, with that in mind, talking about positioning, posturing, things like that in a general sense where the rules generally apply. But you have to understand there's just nuance to it, and I'm going to try to make that a big disclaimer. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. I'd probably do 10 tips. You know, I think a lot of people who watch my plays do climb anyways in Smite, so it'd kind of be reinforcing those values that I talk about in these games at a more general, broad sense, that it can be applied to multi-role. And yeah, that's the plan, that's the idea, that's the goal. Should come out probably this weekend. I need to kind of put it together, get it edited by a friend or something, but that's the goal, and that's the plan. So yeah. Also, I am like not invisible. We're gonna go right here. Let's make the safe call. We got 2 Phoenixes down. Yes, Titan's kind of a pushover, but we're a little poked, you know? Not me, team. So I don't want to force them into a bad hand, right? We lose nothing by playing this a little bit slower. I think we're gonna win this game very easily. So we blink on him, auto 2, auto. We're very fast, huh? Alright, super simple solo kill. Thanatos has defense. Okay, I was like kind of surprised by that. Interesting. I don't think it's such a bad thing. Another kill there. And this is going to be a very swift game end here. 23 minutes. Actually a longer game than my Morrigan game that I did not get to post because it was bugged. Maybe if I have like a members thing, I'll have like the lost VODs on YouTube where any recordings that I recorded that I ended up dropping because of whatever reason I'll put on there. If you guys want to have like, if you guys want to have me do a membership thing where I have the lost VODs, I just can't post everything on here. Let me know, but that's just like a random thought. Either way, another win. We're Diamond 3 at the moment, early season still. 18k damage. How much, or excuse me, 18k gold. How much damage do I think we did? Probably 25k. Oh, way worse. 16,000, but it was relevant. That's what matters. Gold per minute, 760 almost, which is great. That's what you want. You're on a hyper farmer. Play safe, play smart. This self-healing is all from Thanatos Transforms, and we had ourselves a damn good match. So smooth, solid Morrigan gameplay. Again, I hate that the first video was not uploaded because I thought it was really good and really fun. This video was also good. I'm happy with it, but just a little bit annoyed I couldn't get the original one. Nonetheless, see you guys for the Vegas tournament. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the analysis streams that we do for that. In the meantime, it's been me, it's been Snatty. Peace.